We have a special guest coming to the stage from the northeastern Pennsylvania area. Please put your hands together for the hilarious Kevin Seibert.
Thanks a lot, guys. So let's start positively. Let's start positively tonight. Things are going really well with my girlfriend and I. I think that we might be a perfect match, like peanut butter and jelly. She's sweet and bright, and I kill roughly 2% of all kids who get too close. I'm so glad you're on board with that. It's really bold making a joke right out of the gate about kids dying of anaphylactic shock, but I've got enough weird allergies myself at this point that I feel like I should be allowed to. It's gotten to where attending a potluck has become quite literal because it really feels like I'm playing the odds. I guess it's just a sign that, I'm starting to age. And I understand, I'm not old, but like I said, I am starting to show signs of aging. For example, none of my favorite bands exist anymore. And I'm too exhausted to find new favorite bands. Or the last time I drank Mountain Dew, I threw up in the shower. But probably the clearest sign that I'm aging is that the other day I read and understood a health insurance benefits package. And then explained it to someone else accurately. It was actually a complete surprise to me as well. It was almost like if somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey, can you tell me what this Sanskrit tablet says?" And I would have been like, "Well, I don't read Sanskrit." You guys, I totally read Sanskrit. I totally read Sanskrit and it says you have a $1,500 deductible. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's a good thing that I understand how health insurance works because I've had to make a fair amount of use of it over the last couple of years. Oh, that's the other sign that I'm aging. I'm going to tell you about my health problems now. I'm a hypochondriac, self-diagnosed, obviously. I say obviously because I feel like self-diagnosis is the one and only requirement for hypochondria. On WebMD under symptoms, it should just say, if you think you have this, you do. And also a brain tumor. One example of my hypochondria is a little while ago, I woke up in my apartment at 4:30 in the morning and found a bat flying around my bedroom. And I managed to get it outside, but the rest of the night was a complete loss as far as sleep goes. Because there's no just going back to sleep after you wake up at 4:30 in the morning with a bat in your bedroom. There is only panicked and sweaty reading about symptoms of guano exposure on the internet. So the next day I went to see my doctor and insisted that I get rabies shots. Because rabies has been my biggest fear for my entire life. Ever since I was 4 and saw Old Yeller. And I think it's because this whole movie, Old Yeller loves the boy who owns him so much that in order to defend him, he gets in a fight with a wolf and a herd of wild boars and a bear, and he wins against all of them. So in my 4-year-old mind, Old Yeller is this unstoppable force of nature up until this point. And then rabies kills him. So I guess I just figured if Old Yeller didn't stand a chance against rabies, what hope do I have? Of course, they didn't have shots back in Old Yeller's time. I mean, they did, but just one. There are always so many people who get really displeased with that joke. And I don't understand why, because it's come on, you guys do know how movies work, right? That dog was an actor, he's fine. I mean, it's an old movie, he's long since been put down, but he was fine! I have a 5-year-old niece, and I was babysitting her recently, and she asked me if I would play with Play-Doh with her, and I said, of course. So she got out her 4 canisters of Play-Doh, and I said, is it all right if I borrow one of them? And she said, no! I don't see why I should have to fork over my hard-earned dough just because you're too lazy to earn your own. And I was like, well, I mean, I don't know how hard-earned it was. It was a birthday present from me. She said, well, I know that I have 4 canisters and you don't have any, but it's very important we keep things this way. But believe me, the benefits will trickle down to you. I get really mad because the last time I let somebody use my Play-Doh, I watched them use it to sculpt a filet mignon and an iPhone. All right, thanks a lot, guys. I'm Kevin Seibert.